Hey guys, Adrian here from the Digital Dojos, and this is Q&A number 4. I've been locking videos on this channel. I've been busy as usual. I know I'm always out to date on stuff, or I've been busy a lot lately for this channel. But a lot of cool stuff. First things I want to mention is head over to youtube.com/digitaldojos, and a big update. As you guys know, if you guys aren't subscribed to that channel, Duncan Mail, or Mobilephone2003, is back on the Digital Dojos team. He is now going to be helping me co-produce content. So he started back as a co-owner again on Digital Dojos Network to help me produce content, help me build a new community. I should say new, but work towards building a bigger community with you guys and reaching out to you guys. And he's here just to help me in a lot of aspects, because if you guys know Duncan Mail, he's done a lot of great work with tutorials. He's very popular for his Windows tutorials. His videos over at Mobilephone2003. His new site, dunksweb.com, where he's doing a gaming thing. And he's really great at building communities, and it's going to be great to have him alongside to work along with Digital Dojos again, because as you know, when we started Digital Dojos, he was a part of the original founding team. So yeah, and Josh, Mobilephone2003, you'll probably see a lot of him lately because he just got on spring break with college, so he's here to help out with a lot of stuff too. So yeah, head over there, check out digitaldojos.com. We just really newly redesigned it. Subscribe to the RSS feed on there. A lot of cool new stuff coming out there. And yeah, other than that, along with Digital Dojos, I don't think there are any other links I need to drop or anything I need to mention about the site. But we'll have a more detailed video explaining all of that. Anyways, let's get into the Q&As, because you guys asked a lot of questions, and this was a couple of weeks ago, and I know I recorded a Q&A for, I'd say, like 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, and then it never got out, and I just wasn't happy with it. So I know this is kind of late for a lot of you guys who asked the questions. I do apologize, but I'll answer them anyway, just in case you guys watch the video. First off, I want to address number one, Gowler. Gowler, that's Gowlar, asked, what's your advice for people starting on YouTube who are delivering content similar to myself? And I guess I deliver mainly tech reviews, tech news, and tech tutorials. So I do a wide range of technology content. And my advice to people who are aspiring to do stuff similar to me or in any certain category is, one, find your niche. So if you're doing technology, like I said, I started out with doing vlogs and tutorials, and moved on to reviews, and eventually moved on to news. So kind of settle with your niche on what you want to do. If you want to be all around like I do, by all means do that, because if that's what you're good with. I mean, I like just having a lot of different content up and focusing on a lot of different things rather than just reviews. But some people like to focus on just reviews and become really good at that, because you have more of a niche, and it's easier to target a market with that, because you're targeting one specific market of, you're only going to do review videos. Maybe you're doing stuff like, there's a lot of people who become popular doing iOS app reviews or jailbreaking things. So, find what you're going to do in your videos and your niche, and decide on that from the get-go, because like I said myself, I wish I can go back so many times and change stuff I've done on my channel. When I started Digital Dojos, kind of like a refresh. I mean, I didn't pick the name Laker Coolman originally. I mean, I did, but that's when I was like 11 or 13 or whatever, and it kind of just stuck. It's something that I have to keep with this channel ever since. So think it out, think it through on what you're gonna do before you actually do anything on YouTube. And once you get that going, so if you want to do tech reviews and any sort of video, any videos on YouTube, really, perseverance. It's not going to come easily. It's not going to come quickly. You just got to keep on doing videos, keep on making content, make good content, edit your videos if you that's your thing. If not, shoot them, upload them, and just get them out there, because the videos you get out there, and even if you're going to get a small amount of views in the beginning, they're all going to add up eventually in the end. And whether you're only getting like 10 views, 100 views, whatever, it's going to build up, and you need to build your community first. Respond to comments, get networking with your users, sign up to Twitter and stuff like that, so that you can communicate with your users, feedback, and do topics of interest. So if the new iPad 3 comes out, or a new iPad, do content on that, because you're guaranteed to get a little bit of extra hits on that, just because it's more of a popular topic. There's so many other tips I can go into. Obviously deliver good quality content. You don't have to necessarily have an HD camera, but nowadays it's getting more and more prominent. If you're doing tutorials, obviously make the screencast very clear and concise. Do new stuff, even if do stuff that's popular. I mean, when I started off doing stuff that was already done by bigger YouTubers, but I added my own twist to it. There's no problem with doing that. Respond to other YouTubers, get networking, get shoutouts from other YouTubers. I mean, that helps a lot, but don't go out there begging for like sub for sub and stuff like that. Not a lot of people like that. I don't like that. Start off on your own footing first, and then move on to other, networking with other people, because you want to rely on yourself more, mostly, before you go out there and relying on the big guys to kind of get you popular. And if you do good content, you'll get discovered. It may take weeks, it may take months, but you'll get discovered. Just you gotta wait it out. That's the most important thing. All right. Second question here. Moving on. Let's see. I also had another question I wanted to answer in this comments from the last video. We should click on the section. General outline for overclocking. This was asked a long time ago too. Overclocking is the basis of taking your processor and pushing it beyond its set limits or set factory settings. So for example, if you have a 2.0 gigahertz processor, there's applications that can push it beyond 2.0 to run on like 2.5, 2.4. Now you do risk breaking your hardware when you overclock because it's going to run at faster clock. Obviously, you may overheat, stuff like that. So there's a lot of stuff you can read up on it. There's applications like CPU-Z that can get your information on your overclock, and it deals with stuff sometimes like going in your BIOS, and your BIOS may have the setting to overclock your processor. There's a lot of different stuff. You can overclock CPUs, GPUs, stuff like that. It's all depending on your hardware, and you're gonna have to look into the software that's needed to overclock. Again, it's more prominent with the new hardware and when you're building a machine or something like that. I'm not sure if you really see it in like default machines, like machines you buy from manufacturers and stuff like that. I'm not sure if those are as overclockable as like Intel Core 2 Duo or Intel i7 or i5 or i3 or whatever. But basically, it's over. You're pushing the clock speed of your processor more than is standardly set to for safety issues and etc. And like I said, keep in mind, extra cooling may be needed if you're going to really overclock stuff, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that. I'm not really hugely experienced in that topic. And that was asked by 1DBBeam22. I forgot to add that in. So yeah, what else did I want to mention here? I also wanted to go into my inbox because I think there was something I needed to mention here about the iPod. Was it about the iPod Touch information here? Let's see. Yeah, so a lot of people want to see like iPod Touch repair videos and a complete complete replacement on iPhone or iPod Touch. I think I actually have one here on my stacks because I used to repair a couple of these. So this is my old iPhone 4. I'm missing a screen because I sold that. They want to get videos on talking about replacing the LCD on this complete overview. I did a complete overview at Digital Dojo, so youtube.com/digitaldojos, or head over to digitaldojos.com and you can find the video on there. Complete housing removal. This one obviously has no screen, and it's actually really light without the screen. But basically, this is where your LCD connects. If you've never seen the inside of an iPod Touch before, that's where your LCD connects. And as well as if you lift up the little motherboard tray here. To be honest, I haven't really messed with an iPod in a while. I haven't done any repairs lately because I've been so busy. But right behind it, there's also a connector for the digitizer, allowing for the touch. So if you can, if you can lift the LCD up there, right back there, there's actually a connector for your LCD and digitizer. So I did a complete video replacing the iPod Touch 4th generation, showing that guide. To be honest, these are the hardest in my experience replacing these, and I've talked to other repair people, just because these are so thin in the way they're designed, and when you're replacing the LCD, it's really easy to kind of bend the bezel or frame around this iPod, so stuff gets harder to put on, and the LCD doesn't go on all the way. Tons and tons of issues compared to the older generations like this one. I have a broken screen right here, as you can see. I think this is for the iPod Touch 4th gen, as you can see. So this is a broken one. These ones were really easy. The older generations of iPods, the thinner they get, really the harder they get to repair, honestly. I prefer sticking to iPhones. It's really easy to remove the screen and repair them, etc. So yeah. I think I talked about that in the first Q&A about the local business thing. I did the repairs and stuff like that. But yeah. Alright, moving on. Another common question I got in my... Oh, by the way, that was asked by 3 people as email for life, Waxhead97, and I think 95 Ches. So 3 of you guys asked that question in the YouTube inbox. Another one I got in my email from at digitaldojos@gmail that I saw frequently before was talking about monetization and monetizing your content and what to go about when monetizing your content. Now, this when you're starting out, don't focus on this really. It's something I don't really advise you. Don't go out there trying to make the money right away. You want to build a community, build your grounding first before you go into the money-making part of everything. AdSense is a big thing you can get into. You're not going to make thousands of hundreds of dollars at first. You really got to wait that out. You got to have a good traffic base before you really want to apply for AdSense, because AdSense is based on basically the AdSense is set up in 2 ways. So you have Google AdWords and Google AdSense. Basically, advertisers will pay AdWords to advertiser sites. For example, I've bought an AdWords before. You can buy keywords. There's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into it. I honestly don't know that much about it, but I bought like $100 credit worth of AdWords so that people will see my ads. So if like I bought like there's keywords like technology, computers, OS 10, Windows, stuff like that. So when they search those keywords that higher up, my thing is that they'll see ads for like Digital Dojo. So let's say they looked up how to repair iPod Touch 4G, and those happen to be some of my tags that I paid for the keywords. Then when people search that up and they're looking on Google and they're browsing a site, maybe like they see a site where they sell the screen, but they don't know how to repair it, and then you see those Google AdSense ads on the side. I paid so that AdWords will take my site and it will make Google put it out there for people to see, and they'll see my ad, Digital Dojos, and it's related to whatever you're searching and stuff like that. And then people might click on my ad and they'll take them to my website, and then that's what I pay for. While AdSense, on the other hand, is the people who put those ads up. So you're putting ads on your site, other people's ads on your site. So you may be putting my ad on your site, and if somebody clicks that ad, you get a percentage of that ad revenue. So that it's like there's clicks per month, CPM, and stuff like that. If they click on it, then you would get a small portion of that revenue. It's like a couple cents or whatever, depending on certain situations. So there's AdWords, AdSense. You can look into AdSense. There's affiliate programs. You can obviously do custom advertising. You can contact other companies to advertise on your site with banners and all of that. But that's a whole other scheme of things, and I can talk about that in a bigger video. So monetizing your content, especially on YouTube, a lot of it revolves on AdSense. And then other than that, you want to reach out third-party wise and contact companies, PRs, advertising agencies, all that sort of business to generate some revenue. Other than that, you can always sell content. Obviously, you can sell content if you want to sell physical items. There's sites like Zazzle.com to sell, apparel and all of that. You can start your own e-commerce site if you have an idea like that. There's some good sites to start e-commerce platforms and all that, so that you can sell your product online. Or you can sell a service, of course, offering tech advice or entrepreneurial advice or whatever it may be. There's a lot of different stuff that people do on the web, so you just got to find your niche. And like I said, it's a whole other topic for a whole other video. So with that, guys, I'm going to conclude it on that. I know I need more questions. A lot of you guys got to send a lot more questions because I've been over small with stuff. I haven't got to read all the comments and all of that. I got 13 more comments to go through right now on some other videos. But send me a question, digitaldojos@gmail, or leave in the comment of this video, and hopefully we'll mention you guys in the Q&A number 5 next week. So guys, thanks for watching. Check out digitaldojos.com. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.